Wigan was a great team, had a number of great players, all of them nearly household names.
The club wanted success, the board wanted success, the fans wanted success, and we were lucky enough to get a squad together to deliver it for them.
Most teams nowadays have one or two really good players. Wigan at the time had 10.
This Wigan side peppered with internationals.
We're like the Man Uniteds of rugby.
We were a very attractive side. We were a side where great players wanted to come, and also we were a side that wanted the great players to be there.
It was a privilege to play with them, and an honour to be part of such a good team.
Packed with millions of pounds worth of talent.
Sean Edwards and Andy Gregg, the best half-back partnerships you could ever wish to play under.
He was built like a wee ball, wasn't he, Andy Gregg? But fantastic skill.
On his day, he was an invincible.
Never been on a losing side, Andy Gregory.
We wouldn't have been able to do it without, a great pack in Kelvin Skerritt, Andy Platt, Martin Dermott, Nicky Kish.
Andy Goodway, you had Ian Potter, you had Brian Case, myself, Ellery Hanley playing at standoff most of the time there as well.
So many fantastic things have been said about Ellery, and they're all true, to be honest.
The king himself, long live the king.
He ate, drank and slept rugby league.
You could always turn around and look to Martin Afire, Jason Robinson, Joe Lydon, Steve Hampson.
There's nobody could take a ball in the air like Steve Hampson.
And then in the forwards you could look to Andy Goodway or Phil Clark, and later on Andy Farrell.
It was Dean Bell, the New Zealand centre, what we had.
Tough player, one of the toughest players I ever played with. And then you go on to like Frano, then you go to Gamala, Sam Panapa.
Kevin Iro, the beast.
Oh, what a run there from Kevin Iro!
It's just the list that strips off your tongue quite easily, doesn't it? It's just no wonder we won.
Everybody did the job, and everybody did their job well, and that's why we got called Invincibles.
In 1985, Wigan defeated Hull in one of the great Challenge Cup finals.
He's got the strength, he's got the speed, and he's beaten him! Oh, as good a try as we'll see!
It ended their 20-year drought without a Wembley triumph, but little did they know things were about to get even better for Wigan. They were about to dominate the competition for an unprecedented 8 successive years.
We went through after the 85, and Wigan team slightly changed. Our training abilities changed. The coaching changed. Everything changed, and we were a professional side, and Wigan started that early chain, early doors, and so Wigan were already in that momentum of having a professional training side.
Maurice Lindsay was fantastic. He took the club to new heights, and everything was very professional. When he come in, he got a coaching called Graham Law, made a few changes. Colin Clark was the original coaches, and Alan McInnes, and he changed to Graham Law.
Graham Law at the time, he built a cracking side. Full credit to Maurice Lindsay and the board.
They were masters at signing the right players. They obviously put the hands in the pockets and signed the big stars.
Wigan's first major signing was destined for greatness.
He's still going, Ellery Hanley. Oh, he's still going! And he's still going! Goodness gracious me, this could be the try of the season! What a try from Ellery Hanley!
Hanley was joined by a special witness duo.
Oh, nice move from Gregory. Looking for the pass, he's got Lydon with him. Oh, he's got the space. And he beat Burburn in one with a magnificent try! Oh, sheer class!
Dean Bell and fellow New Zealand countryman Kevin Iro were 2 other marquee signings that completed a formidable back line.
We had a pretty fantastic side at Widnes back in the late 80s, and it was a bit of an unwritten kind of rule that if Wigan didn't win it, then chances are Widnes did.
It wasn't the best of terms when I left Widnes.
An off-the-ball incident there. Andy Gregory hit when the ball had been passed.
Players move on in their careers and they make good decisions, they make wrong decisions, and I think I made the right one.
Gregory to Hampson. Here's a good chance to Tony Iro. He's got it in the corner. That's a good ball from Edwards. Oh, the beautiful double from Hampson. He must be in. He is. That must be the killer punch. A 5 man of the match. Stevie Hampson
got us to Wembley the way with his displays, match-saving tackles, and unfortunately, bless him, he missed out on 2 of them, broke his arm, broke his leg.
He missed out, but he was a part of it.
Hanson, and Wigan really running riot here now. It's the kick, it's the chase, Edwards is in the middle. He's surely got the pace, he depends on the ball, and it's there, no problem.
As soon as we won the semi-final, Morris would go out and reboot all the best of everything, the best hotels and the best training facilities, and everything was spot on. He was just on the ball with everything, Morris.
And then, of course, there are so many other spin-offs. Clubs run chartered trains, they produce special souvenir brochures, and in our case, we've opened a new souvenir shop, which should give us a terrific commercial spin-off. The idea came about because we were absolutely sick and fed up of seeing the spivs on the corner of the street cleaning up and making a fortune, and not necessarily selling quality goods either. And so right on the corner of our street, we've managed to buy a smashing property. It's like a small supermarket, and we have had a tremendous run of success.
That year was special, and to get back to Wembley, you know, play a very good Halifax side, and, you know, to top it all off, walking out to my cherry and white to Wigan.
We were there to win. It's as simple as that, you know. There was no place for losers is Wembley.
We will not lose. This is the great Wigan.
I think it was the last Wembley when you could stand up, and I stood in the end at Wembley, and it was chock, and I was watching the game, and I was thinking, oh yeah, I want to be a part of this.
Wigan, the 5-2 on favourites, Halifax 13-8 to lift this cup. And Halifax very much the underdogs. Tony Iro. Yes, it's interesting to think that this Halifax team cost, what, just £150,000, and that was about just as much that Ellery Hanley cost, wasn't it?
Oh yes, I think you need a American Express to get in the Wigan side, but having said that, there's a lot of talent on the Halifax side, Ray, and you know, they put it together more as a team, where Wigan's got individuals who can win your matches when the thing's not going right for you.
Yes, there's a long way to go. Oh, good break by Gregory. Good ball to Edwards now then. He's got Edie, but he's got Whitfield outside him. Oh, he's beaten the Perlenden. Has he got the pace, this lad? Not quite got the pace. Good recovery there by Colin Whitfield, but tremendous burst by young Edwards. Iro himself now then. This boy's certainly got the size, and he's over. Well, the first 2 occasions that he touched the ball, Kevin Iro knocked the ball on, and there he used the size.
That's what we need. Kevin Iro, 2 passes, dropped 2 balls, a beautiful break from Gregory here. Just watch Sean Edwards. Now, do you think he's 100% well? He does well here, flips round Anderson as though he's not there. What a lovely, lovely move this was, and a great try. I think later on in the season he'd have finished that off, but just watch the big fella here now. Kevin Iro, he's looking round, he's a big lad, 16 stone. He thinks, well, it's now or never. Power, weight, good try.
Hanley. Oh, good run from Hanley now then. This boy certainly has the pace to roll the way. He's got Tony Ilo outside him. Graham Eadie inside him. Back to brother Kevin, but he's lost it. Oh, what a chance gone begging there again. Gregory. He runs around like a little will-o'-the-wisp with this character. Real competitor. Edwards again, Hanley.
Can't help thinking, Ray, that Wigan are playing a little bit tight down the middle. You know, they've opened the ball out twice and they've cut Halifax to pieces. You'd think with the people like Bell and Henderson Gill outside, they'd give them plenty of ball.
Gregory. Oh, that's a beautiful ball from Gregory to Dean Bell. This looks good. Henderson Gill at the corner. That's a magnificent try. It came out of nothing. Henderson Gill scored it, but let's harken back to that pass from Andy Gregory. It was a beauty, and Bell raced onto it.
What a cracking little ball this is. Just watching. Magic, magician, what a lovely ball. Slips it round the man. I just said about this fella Bell, he's dangerous, and he needs chances like that. And he finishes this very, very well.
And I think now, Alex, a very crucial time for Halifax. They've got to hang, it's like the boxer on the ropes, isn't it? I think they've got to hang on in here now in this.
Oh yes, it'd be absolutely lethal if they let Wigan through again.
Well, here is a chance, it's Tony Iro. He's got Dean Bell. But tremendous play from Wigan now. Bell to Kevin Iro. Kevin Iro's going for that line, he's going to beat Robinson, he's got the size to hold him off, and he's in! Oh, what a run there from Kevin Iro. That's really sending those Wigan fans into raptures.
Well, I did say this, and this is what I said, Bell again. Just watch Iro here. Big, powerful lad. Not only is he strong, he's got some pace as well. Young Robinson does his best. It's not going to be good enough. Whips his hand out. Good try. You wouldn't think his side had just scored 3 tries, would you?
Gregory again, a little dynamo. He took the ball on his own. He's looking for Gill. And he's very difficult to put down, this scrum half. He's a really little chunky nugget. And the 6th tackle. Will we see testing Graham Eady again? Gregory certainly wanted the ball, but that's a good ball out to Gill. Missing the man to Dean Bell. To Edwards. Beautiful play to Lydon. That's a try. That's what Wigan can do. They can snatch a try from anywhere. Such are the personalities in that back division. Just look at those youngsters and children there.
Well,
to admire this.
A top-class try from a top-class team. What a magnificent piece of football here. A beautiful ball from Dean Bell. You'll have to go a long, long way to see better tries than this. Joe Lydon just has a little juggle with it. Once he sees the line, he's like a rocket.
Edwards again to Gregory. These two little half-backs marshalling the whole affair. Beautiful pass to Gregory. To Edwards again. Pressured again on this Halifax side. It's these two half-backs all the time. Gregory. Beautiful ball. What a pass to Tony Iro. He just had to stroll him. He could have caught that ball in a basket. Beautifully delivered by Gregory. 6 minutes gone.
If you want to see class, Ray, just look at this. This is a brilliant bit of rugby, this. No problem. Look where the ball. He can shut his eyes and catch that.
And substitute Dick Fairbank, one of 5 rugby league playing brothers all came from the Elland Amateur Club at Halifax, and I think this Fairbank actually is necessary at this stage. He's a rough, rumbustious forward who might shake one or two of this Wigan side, but look at Lydon go here, reminiscent of those 2 great tries when he won the Lance Todd. He's got Hanley inside him. He's going all the way. What a try! That must be one of the all-time great tries in Wembley.
Well, this has got to be the try of the year, this. What a magnificent piece of rugby league by Joe Lydon. Just watch Tony Idle, Kevin Idle, Tony Idle, Hanley. Now just watch what he does. He keeps ebbing away, sideways, he knows the line's coming, and it just comes quick enough. What a brilliant try.
This really is annihilation for Halifax.
They're not only playing well now, Ray, Wigan, they're tackling well also, you know, but this Halifax is just driving the ball down on the Wigan. He's suiting Wigan down to the ground.
Wilkinson now then, Tony Anderson, a chance to hit back, and he does, yes. Good play, Tony Anderson, suddenly put into space. 15 minutes gone in the second half, and at last the Halifax fans have something to shout about. Hanley. Moving out wide now, Ellery Hanley, looking for the gaps out there. I think he's sniffing for the few tries. Gregory again, oh, beautiful break to Edwards. Now then, he's got Gill on his left, he's got Bell inside him. Oh, and Hanley, it looked to forward. But Bell's got it and he's going in. It's a try. Another 75, 80-yard try. And That's the difference between these two sides. When Halifax make a break, they can be caught. When Wigan make a break, it doesn't matter if it's 70, 80, even 90 yards out, they cannot be caught. Oh, it's this little man Gregory again, surely a candidate for the last Todd. Sean Edwards had to come that side. I don't think really, Alec, he's had a magnificent game, but just not quite trusting that hamstring, is he?
No, he's not stretched his leg all afternoon, and I think 3 months ago Sean would have finished him in a canter.
And what a kick. Can one say any more? No, he's offside. And I wonder how that man's feeling. Steve Hampson, 3 times he's missed Wembley with a breakage, this time a broken arm, but he must be delighted for his teammates. Wilkinson had a good strong game, this boy in Wilkinson. Took some tackling. I think that's why Mal really picked him for the Great Britain squad. This is good. Oh, beautiful dummy from James, and he's in. Yes, he's in. Never say die, Halifax. They may be taking a crushing defeat here, but they're not giving up. Scott, that's a good ball to Dixon. Just look at Gregory there. Like one of those little flies that you can't quite get rid of. 40 minutes gone, into injury time now. And I think these players will welcome the final whistle. It's been a hectic match, played at tremendous pace. And there it is, there's the hooter. Referee Fred Lindop puts the whistle to his mouth. Andy Gregory, the Lance Todd Trophy winner.
Oh, Andy Gregory, he was tremendous, he's very fiery and played on the edge all the time. And that's what you want in a half-back. You want him to be fired up and you want him to be keeping you on your toes. And that's what Andy Gregory did fantastically, and his distribution of the ball was fantastic. And I liked Andy Gregory, I thought it was magnificent.
And now the youngest ever captain to walk these steps to lift the trophy. 21 years of age, and this man has done everything in the game. It's Sean Edwards. Will he lift it? There he does. He's still got the strength. Tremendous support from Wigan. Average gates of 15,000 this year. Congratulations from the Wigan chairman on the left there, Maurice Lindsay. And the cup traditionally passed around.
Went into that cup final, I think it was Graham's first cup final. Very prepared, very determined, and with a very, very talented, in particular, backline.
Nobody in the world would have beaten you today. Nobody. You make me the proudest bloke in the world, but most of all, you won't realise it until you're retired. You've set yourself, I don't think anyone will play like that. You've set yourselves up, you've given yourselves a memory that is really, really special.
I'd been successful in my career up to then, but you know, when we got on the autumn deck bus at Coolstock there, and you know, we saw the thousands and thousands of people who came out.
To see all those fans, they've rushed back from Wembley, they've got everything on for us in the town, and the mayor, everybody out on the bus and everything, it's just unbelievable.
Obviously for me, growing up in Wigan, that was probably even more special because I could see people I grew up with, and often quite a few of them they'd won a few quid on us, so maybe they had a free weekend on the bookmakers because they backed us early on in the competition, so that was always very rewarding.
Team spirit was tremendous, which it is when you're winning nearly all the time. We had a laugh and a joke, and we all went out and had a pint together, and we all, you know, looked after each other. You know, we used to take some criticism from other sides, but it made us even more determined to succeed.
Wigan's Kiwi stars were instrumental in helping them back to Wembley. Kevin Iro proving his worth with some vital touchdowns.
I think Wigan always had an affinity with New Zealand players. They fitted in very, very well. Dean Bell, who was a real catalyst and a real tough player, one of the toughest players I ever played with. And then, you know, you go on to the Iro brothers. There was loads of games which could have gone down the wire. I'll never forget Joe for the 61-yarder he put in at Main Road against Warrington in '99.
Joe, he had a fantastic drop goal on him. He's a fantastic player, a big character and a leader. And that's one thing that Wigan had. There were so many leaders in that side, and I think that was one of the secrets.
The chip kick, he's got Edwards inside him. He could score, and he goes, yes! And surely now they're on the way to Wembley. To life. That's a good kick. Perhaps a touch of nerves there from young Connolly. And of course, once he touches that ball, the Wigan players can play it. Hanley. A testing period for St Helens, I think, Peter.
It is, Ray. The first score is also very important. It gives the team the G up, and this is a chance here for Edwards from a typical kick by Gregory.
Well, a little bit of misunderstanding there between Michael O'Connor and Connolly. Young Sir Gary Connolly knew what he was doing. He played safe, just kicked it dead. But I think Michael O'Connor was in two minds whether to drop on that ball. So, drop out beneath the post. Paul Loughlin. Test centred against Australia last summer. One lad who's come through the St Helens Colt system, and that's a good kick. Taken well by Hampson. Hanley already in the game, very prominent. Oh, he's been missed. Here's a chance now. Kevin Iro, he's going for that line. Young Connolly, oh, he's in. Well, that was rank back tackling. 2 minutes gone, and Kevin Iro is already in. He picked up a couple of tries in last season's final, but what a start for Wigan. This is better now. Short ball to Beavers. That's good. To O'Connor. Now then, the Australian test wing. The kick inside. Looks to be too far. It is. But the Saints, first real pressure there from Michael O'Connor. Of course, Wigan, the bookmakers' favourites for this match. 5-2 on they were this morning. And St Helens at 7-4 odds. Gregory looking to open it out, he does. Oh, that's a beautiful play from Edwards. And the sidestep, but a good cover tackle. Paul Groves, and a penalty. Paul Groves adjudged there by Mr Tennant to be lying on in the tackle. A beautiful break by Edwards from Gregory's pass, and it's these two lads, the two half-backs, international half-backs, that are causing the problems in midfield. About 45 yards out. He really needs only to strike this ball well. It's immediately in front of the post. Just checking any mud if there's such a thing on this Wembley pitch. Oh, he has struck it well. It looks a beauty. It is. Straight between the posts. 2 points from Joe Lydon, 6 points to 0 then from Wigan. And 19 minutes gone in this first half. Hampson. Shane Cooper, St Helens number 6, knows that he's got to keep his eye on Edwards. Bell. Just 15 minutes left in this first half. Gregory dictating terms there. Lucas concerned about his cap. Edwards, notice, launching Hanley from out wide. He's here again. He's going to go himself. He does. Oh, straight through 3 tackles. What a player is this man! No wonder He's going to Australia this summer. £80,000 contract for 3 months play for Western Suburbs. The Black Pearl, they call this man in Australia. 10 points to 0 for Wigan. And it was his strength, his pace, but his positional sense, Peter.
And this time you can see the power of the greatest footballer playing rugby league in Great Britain and in anywhere in the world. The strength of the man is amazing, and he pushes their 3 men off and goes under the post to show supreme talent.
Gregory. That's a set move. Iro. Well policed by Paul Loughlin. Lucas. Wigan giving this ball now, plenty of moving it around. Gregory. Platts still going. And the 6th tackle. Will Wigan run this ball? I think they will. No, Gregory goes for a drop. It's got it. 1 point, and of course, it may only be 1 point, but it takes Wigan out to 13 points to 0. And I think Alex Murphy really at his wit's end as to what to do. Edwards to Platt. That's a good ball to Hampson. Oh, this is good rugby. Bell. This is copybook stuff. He's got. Oh, why didn't he pass? Well, he's no need to. He scored himself. 47th minute of the Silk Cup Challenge Cup final. And Kevin Iro is in again. What a threat these 2 Iro brothers are out wide here. Back to Edwards, to Platt. Had a good hard-working game, this lad, Platt. Edwards again, that's a good run. Now then, he's got space. Hanley's trying to get... Oh, he's beat him on his own! But he'll not score himself. Little Gregory will. Beautiful coordination between those 2 halfbacks. Connolly came across at the last minute to stop Sean Edwards from scoring himself. But he had the wit, he had the skill to put little Andy Gregory back in the inside. Well, Graham Law smile. You very rarely see that from the Kiwi coach. That's a good tackle from Platt. Paul Gold, let's look at Gregory. He may only be... He's still going. He's got Joe Lydon on his outside. Now then, Lydon with Connolly. Has he got the pace? Oh, a wonderful tackle from Connolly. Many a full-back would have given up the ghost, but I think all credit to that youngster, 17 years of age. He was a ball boy here less than 5 years ago, still an amateur, and he's down by 23 points to 0, yet he still pulls a tackle off like that. Shelford and Evans, I think, enjoying a personal battle, Peter.
Yeah, since Evans has come on, he's made a put for at Shelford on several occasions. I think he might have edged him as well.
Groves to Vivas. He's lost it. Gregory, that's a good pass. Platt again, Wigan are launched. Hanley in full flow, he's got Dwyer inside him. Oh, that's good running. Balanced running there from Ellery Hanley. 5 minutes remaining. Wigan looking to score more. That's a good pass. They're queuing up on the outside here. Gregory, good long pass. There's a chance here for Wigan. He's got Hampson on the outside. He's in. It's a try. It was the Gregory pass again. The long pass. Missed the man out. And Steve Hampson, the easiest of chances there. 3 times this lad's been scheduled to come to Wembley. He broke his leg, broken arms, but he's there. Yes, Alex looking in very pensive mood. Minute of injury time. The cup on its way to Central Park. St Helens going through the motions, but Wigan still in possession now. Hanley, another chance to increase the score. Gregory, Betts. St Helens desperate to keep Wigan out, not wanting further humiliation. Ian Lucas, that's a good ball to Shelford. He's looking for Bell. He's found him, but a forward pass. There it is. There's the hooter. Wigan, the winners of the 1989 Silk Cut Challenge Cup final.
I was made up, you know, seeing Ampo, and I still see the photograph when I went over in the corner. And if any rugby league player deserved to walk out at that great stadium, it was Steve Hampson.
It was a bit of a blowout, really, you know, 27-0. Years after, you'd see people in Wigan, maybe 2-3 years after, with 27-0 still written on the back of the car, because it was such a big thing, because we'd never ever beaten St Helens at Wembley.
The usual cherry and white hoops salute the blue and white hoops of the Wigan side.
What you had with Wigan at that time, you had a real competitive environment. Everybody had to play well and give something to the team. It wasn't the fact that I was playing with Andy Gregg or Ellery Hanley was there. It was the fact that, right, I've got in this side, I've got to stay in this side. And I've got to prove that I'm not just a kid, I deserve to be in this team.
Wigan have been the team to beat for more than a few years, and on Saturday, once again with inspiration from the great Ellery Hanley, they're looking for a third successive Challenge Cup success. Ray Stubbs is our reporter with both teams, starting with Wigan, who overwhelmed St Helens in last year's final, but were pushed a lot closer in this year's semi.
Gregory, here is man who can run. Ellery Hanley, is this going to be the try supreme? He's going for the line, he's got the pass, and he's over! An incredible run from Ellery Hanley. I make it a minute to go.
Saturday's game means the temporary suspension of a great friendship.
Yeah, we're good friends, me and Gary. You know, we see each other just about every day. He just lives up the road in Warrington, and we won't be too good friends on the day, I can tell you that.
What's he like off the field?
He's a great guy, yeah. We get along, and like I said, you know, we're best of mates, and I think we won't see each other this coming week.
Kevin, yeah, he's my best mate. We go everywhere, me and Kevin. We play cards together. We play a lot of cards. Every Monday we go out and play cards, and he comes over. And whereas we go to a venue, one of the players, George Mann as well, at St Helens, and we just go there and just play for about 4 or 5 hours. And every time I go, I end up losing.
And Mercer knows he could well end up losing on Saturday. That's if he doesn't get a firm grip of his countrymen. He knows what damage Iro can inflict.
Wigan looking for a third consecutive win, packed with world stars, Lydon, Iro and Bell. The world's possible greatest half-backs, Edwards and Gregory. And in Hanley, the number of times we've seen him take a game by the scruff of the neck and win the match. He did it in the semi-final, he provided a try, and he ripped St Helens to shreds last year. That's obstruction, surely. No problems at all. Boos from the crowd, but it doesn't matter. And certainly there's a clash there. There was a clash of heads when both went down.
Well, just watch this, what happens here. Sean Edwards, a lovely little chip over the top here. Now watch what happens if he kicks it. Bang, down he goes. Joe Lydon, normally a very, very good goal kicker. If he kicks this, anything can happen.
Really sank Warrington's hopes with a 60-yard drop goal in the semi-final last season. Can he get Wigan off to 2 points? It's got the height and it's got the direction, it's there. So Warrington pay the penalty for that blow on Edwards. 2 points to 0 for Wigan. The stadium suddenly ringing around, Warrington fans urging them on. And they need it here, Alec, don't they?
Well, what they need here now is a big kick, because obviously Wigan have got them pinned in their own 25, and they definitely don't want this. They must have that ball down the field, and I think you'll find out now there'll be a big kick from David Lyon.
And here it is. It's not. It could be a try. It's a charge down. He's in. Yes! It's a try. It's Dennis Betts. Brilliantly picked up by the second row. And suddenly the Wigan fans are on their feet.
A little bit of complacency from David Lyon. A lovely ball back from man, but have a look what happens. Never watched the man coming through. Dennis Betts did, follows the ball and scores the try.
Warrington in a very good position here. Inside that Wigan 25 and a good heel. Brompton. That's a good ball. Drummond. Very strong when he comes in field, Drummond. Very low centre of gravity. Difficult to put down. Mercer. Oh, that's a bad one. Preston. He can go the full length of the field. I don't think Lyon will catch this lad. He's a flyer. That's a try and a half. Mark Preston. Once again, Warrington making a vital mistake. The delight of the Wigan fans, and Mark Preston gratefully accepted that in this crucial time before half-time, his 32nd try of the season.
Gary Mercer cannot believe this. Now watch what happens. Doesn't kick the ball. Thank you very much. Here I go. Now one thing this lad can do, he can half-leg it, and there's nobody going to get to him. David Lyon makes a last-ditch effort. The kid's got another gear. He knows what he has to do. Come on, get to me. This is easy, isn't it? But he's good at doing that. Comes round to the post. He liked that. I think he'll be very, very pleased with that, young Mark.
These Warrington forwards really coming in ones. There need to be some combination of passes. This is better. That's a good ball. That's what we wanted. To Sanderson. In fact, Alec, I'd be tempted to bring Billy McGinty on, because I think he's another player who's got pace and who can run.
Yes, good word. I think what we need now is Warrington for the score to try here.
Gregory! And there is a try! Oh yes, the captain sets the example. He shows what could be done. And just as we were saying that ball has to be passed out by Warrington, he gives some hope. Oh, good play. Now then, Edwards, Iro. Good tackle, good cover tackle there by Mark Foster, spotted the danger. Good way, little Goulding, likes to run direct. Good tackle by Drummond, just look where Drummond is, coming in as a sweeper, coming from his wing. Edwards using the blind side, Iro, here's a powerful lad, he's in, there's no stopping this lad. That was magnificent play, not just by Kevin Iro, but by Sean Edwards. He spotted a man out of position, he switched the play to the blind side, the overlap was there, and Kevin Iro scores his 5th try at Wembley. Harmon, that's a good drive. Still life in this Warrington side, battling as ever. Brompton, here's a chance, Thomas, that's a good ball to Mercer, but a good tackle by Dean Bell. The best of mates, these two, Bell and Mercer, you wouldn't think so this afternoon. Brompton. Just one pass too many. Hampson. And this is what Wigan can do. They can suddenly strike. He's got Hanley on his outside. Now then, has he got the speed? Has he got the strength to go? He's got Gregory with him. Edwards. A magnificent tackle, but Preston's in. He's in. Oh my word. One of the great tries here at Wembley. Mark Preston, support play supreme. For his first try, he had 80 yards to go, and for that one he only had 5, but he had to work just as hard for that.
Well, if you want to see a try of the century, this has got to be in the top draw. This is a magnificent try for Wigan. Beautiful football. Everything what's good about rugby league is in this. The king himself, he gets the ball. I'll do it myself. No, I won't. I'll lay it off. And Sean Edwards, look at this for a cheeky pass. Watch this. Come on, Mark. Here it is. And what a great support play. And what a magnificent try that was.
Now then, Warrington, desperate for points. Man. Good tackle by Goodway. We've complimented the Wigan attack, but we must pay compliments to the defence. Thomas, that's a good ball. Oh, he's just pulled back. 2 superb dummies from Mark Thomas. 20 minutes gone in this second half. Well, I don't think Paul Bishop has the weight to force his way through there. Now then, Warrington have got to move it quick. That's good. Jackson, that's superb play. Lyon, he's got Mercer. He must be in, surely. He isn't. Oh, what cover tackling there from Ellery Hanley. Warrington, they're queuing up here to go in for the try. Bishop. And it still isn't a try. Well, 2 overlaps, suddenly snuffed out.
That was magnificent cover tackling.
But Wigan, the professionals, continue. Iro. Edwards. And it's these backs, these glittering, glamorous backs for Wigan that are beginning now, I think, Ali, to dominate this game.
Yes, I think Wigan are moving into top gear. They're really moving the ball out wide. I think they realise they've got that extra yard of pace and they've got that little bit of class. And really, I wouldn't be surprised now if Wigan scored another couple of tries, because every time they move the ball out wide, they look very, very dangerous indeed.
Gregory. Bell. Iro having free rein now, wandering all over everywhere. He's a powerful lad to put down. Shrugs off Mercer twice, but doesn't shrug off like Gregory. It'll be interesting to look at this number 13's tackling stint at the end of this game. He's certainly led by example. Gregory. Oh, beautiful overhead pass to Hanley. There's the run from the Master Supreme. How many times do we see him do it? But it was that overhead pass from little Andy Gregory. There were doubts all week as to whether this man would play. Well, he's not only played, but he's done it again. Gregory. Good ball to David Lyon. He's got support. Will he need it? No, it's a try. And that shows some guts. That shows character from Warrington. Into injury time now. Wigan 32 points to 14. Here's Kevin Iro. Oh, he shrugs off. He looked for support. He's still there. He's a massive lad, this. Oh, there's friction between Drummond and Iro. This is stupid. No need for this. Tempers frayed. It's starting with Iro.
There's only people like Kevin Iro can score tries like this. He's a lovely ball out here, but just watch the support play. He's still got 3 or 4 men. Look at the strength of the man. He's got pace, strength, and he's still got time to knock somebody up, put the ball down. That's got to be a great try.
Wigan coach John Mooney had to succeed Graham Lowe. The master coach supreme, and John Mooney has proved himself in his own right.
His man management was exceptional. He had something like 17, 18 internationals on his books, and he kept them all happy. And John didn't have any favourites. He just went, picked what he thought was his best squad, went out, and you knew damn well you had to go and perform.
A record-breaking third consecutive Silk Cup Challenge Cup, and possibly the world's greatest player to receive it, and there it goes. 30,000 Wigan fans saluting, millions of cherry and white fans around the world. It's bonked at Central Park. And quite honestly, Alec, it looks like staying at Central Park for quite some time.
Yes, what you've got to say now, who's going to beat him?
Like everybody thinks winning's easy when you're on a roll. It's not. You have to bring your A game every time. You have to turn up knowing that the opposition are trying a little bit harder to beat you because you've won so much.
It was a battle at times to keep your place in the team. You always knew your position was under threat because Wigan wanted excellence, and if you didn't come up to that, you knew pretty much that you might be moved on or you'd be put in the second team.
Wigan's theme has been winning, especially in the Challenge Cup, and they could have done with some divine help of late. The reason being that March entailed playing 5 games in 17 days. Come April the 1st, it was 6 in 14. A foolish idea, but Wigan took the title and booked Wembley.
Well, it's been very tough for us. We faced the horrendous backlog of games that we had to play. It started off, we were playing a game every 3 days. Then we got down to playing a game every 2 days, and in the last week of the competition we played the 4 games, which was took its toll with injuries.
Britain's top scrum half has won his battle for fitness, and he's won a lot more too. He holds the record of Challenge Cup winners' medals. He equals the record of Wembley appearances today with 7. He's familiar with the sights and sounds of Wembley.
The greatest compliment I can pay Andy Gregory is that he's not like anybody else. He's a one-off. He's a great player. He's a fierce competitor, and the bigger the match, the better Andy Gregory plays.
For Wigan, there have been precious few hold-ups en route to the final this year. In round 1, Castleford were disposed of. Some great rugby was played as Wigan launched their campaign to make it 4 Challenge Cups on the run. Andy Gregory knows all about Wembley. Former All Black Frano Botica doesn't, but his hands and feet have more than played their part in getting them there.
Oh, Botica intercepts. There's another chance. In he races. A certain try.
Was it daunting when you came into rugby league over here?
It was. I mean, I was stepping into new territory. I'd never played the game before, and I'd come to a club which had won just about everything. And I was actually wondering why they really wanted me, because they were winning everything anyway. And I knew that it was going to be difficult for me to break into the team. When I arrived, I thought, well, if I'm going to get in this team, I may have to have something else as well up my sleeve. So I started practicing the kicking.
Botica's kicking has been a big part in Wigan's season. If it goes well today, for Botica, for Wigan and Andy Gregory, it could be business as usual.
The players are so determined to do well. I remember a couple of years ago we beat Saints, I think it was 27-0. It's not going to be like that this year. It'll do me just if it's 1-0 as long as Wigan pick the cup up at 4:30.
Gregory to feed, and it comes offside. And not only offside, but a chance at goal for Botica. George Mann, the judge to be offside, diving out of the scrum. But silly talking out of turn. Does that give Frano Botica the chance to put the first points on the board? It's there! 2 points already to Wigan, and a costly 2 points from Frano Botica. So, Wigan in possession, but still this good tackling by the St Helens pack. Number 8 again there, Jonathan Neal. Good kick. Punishing kick for Phil Vevers. Third appearance for this Australian. He's lost it. A chance here for David Myers. Oh, he's in. Phil Vevers upended, loses the ball, and a snap chance suddenly picked up by Wigan, and David Myers is already in at the corner. Tragedy for St Helens there, and Phil Vevers in particular. He's taken a tremendous knock there. Very, very groggy. Wigan beats Castleford 28 points to 4. Rochdale 72 points to 4. Bradford 32-2. And Oldham in the semi-final by 30 points to 16. to reach here. Oh, beautiful sidestep by Dean Bell. Here's a chance now. Betts, he's got one man inside him. He elects to go himself to Botica. He's in the corner. Oh, superb effort from Dennis Betts. It's picked up by Frano Botica. And he snips in at the corner there. Wonderful play by Wigan. Fairly ripped open this St Helens defence. Punched home by Betts. But Botica, the try scorer. And Wigan further in the lead, 10 points to 0. And he kicks the goal from the touchline. What a sensational start by this gentleman from New Zealand, Frano Botica. Connolly. And there is the hooter. Play on, it's still going away. You play to the end of the tackle now then. It's Bernard Dwyer, he's got Connolly on the outside. Can he get the ball to him? He knows he can't. Oh, the kick. Les Crouch racing for the line. Oh, Botica. Excellent play. Well, Botica might have scored a try and kicked 2 goals, but that saved 6 points surely. So, very tactical game, Gregory, and Wigan really clamped in midfield here by this St Helens defence. An umbrella defence coming in on the outsides, the 2 centres and the players around the rucks, moving in very, very quickly. Gregory, the attempted drop. And it's there! Well, I think it took young Connolly by surprise, but an attempted drop, successful one. It took everybody by surprise. It just floated over the bar there. And doesn't Gregory look to have a nasty cut there behind his right ear? Well, what a brave man is Gregory there. He's covered in blood. He joins the witness trio, Eric Hughes, Keith Elwell and Mick Adams, for 7 appearances here at Wembley. And there he is in the fray, battling away. He enjoys himself. But St Helens' defence holding sure, apart from those 2 tries in the first 12 minutes. A lost ball. Vivas picks it up to Harrison. Here's a chance to Griffiths. Surely Alan Hunt must be in the corner. Yes, he is. A chance for nothing. And the game now suddenly becomes wide open as we come into this final quarter.
There must have been 8 players with painkiller injections playing in the final, and we just sneaked it against a very, very competitive St Helens side.
There's the hooter, it's all over. Safety first tactics in the final 2 or 3 minutes from Wigan. Finally do the trick.
I was under Lansdowne, so that was always a very special year to come away with man of the match in a big occasion like that. The thing that drove it on was the fact that you wanted more of it. Every year you wanted to go back and have another taste of what it was like, and then you passed it on to the new players that came into the side, and they drove it on again.
Well, John, congratulations. You must be a very, very happy man and very proud.
Well, it's a great feeling. I'm really happy for all the Wigan supporters that have followed this year, and the players have been through hell, and they've got their reward today. We've won the championship, we've won the Challenge Cup, and a very happy coach.
Ellery Hanley goes up the steps, becoming the first captain ever in the history of the game to take 3 successive winning sides to Wembley.
Being captain was absolutely magnificent, you know, to say that you're in charge of a bunch of guys who you think to yourself that they'll follow your example. And what I always tried to do was lead by example, by my actions, and make sure that my game was spot on in every single department, whether it was on attack or whether it was on defence.
He's the kind of skipper that every team would want.
Ellery never had a drink. He always ate the right food. He was phenomenal on the training field, and he was phenomenal on the playing field.
The praise, and it's due to Wigan skipper Ellery Hanley and a magnificent Wigan outfit.
I was unfortunate I didn't get to play with Ellery, but I suppose you couldn't have had 2 of us in the team at the same time. Maybe Morris couldn't afford it.
A fitting finale for Ellery Hanley in what would be his last ever match for Wigan. The King and teammate Kevin Iro would both later join Leeds. But John Money's side would soon have some new heroes. With Hanley and Iro gone, Wigan splashed the cash, bringing in Martin Offiah and Aussie superstar Gene Miles. Both would play a crucial part in the '92 Cup run.
Good ball from Gregory to Myers. What a beautiful pass! Dan Hampton's going for the line! Eating at the corner! Oh, it was the pass that made the try! That's a good ball to Myers, to Botica.
Morris always wanted to make the squad stronger and stronger. You know, and when the likes of Gene Miles come in, and the best winger I ever played with him, Martin Offiah, you know, he just added a new dimension to our game.
I think in those days, if you had a good game against Wigan, then Morris probably had his eye on you and tried to bring you into his side.
Martin was in dispute with Widnes for quite a long time, and at one stage it looked like, you know, such an unbelievable talent may not even play rugby again if they'd have held him to his contract. But Morris and the rest of the board are pretty determined characters, and they always wanted the best for Wigan.
The quickest I ever did, 100 metres, I think it was 11 seconds dead. I went on tour with him and he's clocking 10.7 in a pair of bust-up trainers just on basic ground.
With Martin and Gene on board, Wigan were literally miles ahead of their rivals, as Bradford discovered in the semi-finals.
Got Gene Miles and Martin Offiah on the left-hand side, and I was playing number 6 at the time. It was a dream really for me. Just all I had to do was pass him the ball and wish him luck along the way.
Semi-final of the Challenge Cup, yeah, that's something that'll always stay in my memory for 2 reasons. One, because I scored 5 tries, and 2, because John Money kind of brought me right back down to earth on Monday when I thought he was joking in the team meeting when he said to me, Martin, apart from scoring 5 tries, you didn't really do much else. And it really did kind of get you into the mindset of Wigan.
Wigan would meet a Castleford side whose players had abstained from chips and alcohol in the lead-up to the final. But how could they stop the great Wigan machine?
Your boobies at the ground, the coach sits in the stand with an electronic device. Every time we can get the ball and are going to do something, you press it at the right time and they drop the ball.
A lot of people are writing off Castleford, and that's a bit of a silly thing to do because this is a one-off big showpiece, and you know, anything can happen on the day.
There's a lot of pressure on myself, a world record signing, 440,000. You didn't want to be tarnished with being part of the team that didn't win the Challenge Cup.
Edwards using the blindside well to Gene Miles, 16-stone centre. Back to Clark. Lively footballer, this Clark. The run around. Trying to launch Dennis Betts. Betts. 86th consecutive match. Tremendous testimony to his fitness. Will Gregory have a little chip kick? No, he gets it to Offiah. Offiah's first move. Was he obstructed? Oh, he scored! A try out of absolutely nothing! And a mistake by Graham Stedman. A tragic mistake. I wondered whether Martin Offiah had been obstructed, but like the true professional that he is, he struck, he kept in there, and it was a try. So, Frano Botica, very, very accomplished goal kicker, ranks them from the touchline, and none better than that. It's 2 points. One slip from Castleford, And the 30,000 Wigan fans are delighted. 6 points to nil already and just 6 minutes gone. Miles signed for Wigan so that he could play here at Wembley. Wigan chased him for 10 seasons. Oh, there's a good break by Martin Dermott, and there is Sean Edwards. He's in for the second try. Half a break, and Sean Edwards, supreme support play. The league's leading try scorer this season, and Edwards is there up alongside him. His 40th of the season, and it's Wigan 10, Castleford 0, and Castleford in real deep trouble now. And there's Steve Hampson warming up. Well, it's not bad if you can bring on a Great Britain player as a substitute, is it? Edwards looking for the little shimmy, the sidestep, the break through the gap. G. Miles, the ideal centre, 16-stone centre, easily can accommodate a position in the pack. Lydon looking for the drop. Oh, it's a beauty! A beauty from Lydon. 40 yards drop goal. We've seen him do that before. I will remember a semi-final played at Main Road, Manchester City. An even longer one than that, 60 yards. And here, perfectly judged, gives more confidence to Wigan, edges them out, 13 points to nil. And there we see Lee Crooks. What an end, a sad end to this final for him. Botica linked up very well there. Lydon really relishing his centre spot. Botica, good play. Now then, there's Edwards positioned again. The kick, the chase for a fire. Just look at this man go. He's got it. Oh, yes, he is. He got the try. His left hand managed to get there. Sheer pace. I think the kick was more in hope than expectancy. But it's 17 points to nil already for Wigan. Sutherwood, Ketteridge. Plenty of pride here in Castleford. Not going to lie down. Forward. That's a good ball to Nick out. A better pass to Keith England. Going for the post. Just 5 yards there now. Sutherwood, Clark, Nick out. Can he get himself over? Oh, he's got the ball out. It's a try. And Castleford are back. Blackmore. That's the spirit. Castleford are having a fling at them. They're having a golden 10 minutes. Wigan need to keep the possession. Clark still going. Edwards, the nice slip ball inside. Gene Miles, Dermott. Good handling. Phil Clark again reminds me of an old-time forward. Billy Iverson from Workington, the way he can slip that ball. That's a good pass. Here's an overlap on this outside to Wigan. Cuts him inside. Yes, I think he's in at the corner. Wigan come back. Having been on the rack, Wigan suddenly race back. And Stevie Hampson, the substitute, is in at the corner. He can go himself, Islam! Oh, he was just knocked off balance. The fifth tackle. Now then, what will Castleford do? Will they move it? Oh, how they come to the wrong side? Surely it should have gone to the right. Tony Smith, the other 6 tackles, beautiful play! It's a try! Oh yes! Magnificent play from Stedman. The way he flicked that ball back. I thought they had gone to the wrong side. Keith England was lurking near the post. Stedman flicked it inside, and it was a try. This Wembley turf saps the energy. Very few sports now with players as fit as these men. Skerrett gets it to a fire. Oh, is that a high tackle? No, says Mr. Whitfield. Around the chest. Wigan. Miles, good ball, back to Edwards. But still this Castleford defence coming up very, very quickly. Darrell van der Velde, coach from the former Redcliffe club in Brisbane, done a very good job with these Yorkshire players. The 5th tackler, Dermot, back to Lydon, looks for his second drop. And in fact he finds his second drop. Superb drop goal by Joe Lydon. 28 points to 12 for Wigan. And Lydon's second drop goal.
From a coaching point of view, it wasn't a great performance, but you accept any performance at Wembley on Challenge Cup Day, and we're winners again, and I'm very pleased.
Come on, John, give us a smile. 5 in a row. That must be that's a lovely smile.
I haven't been counting.
Dean Bell, a hard act to follow in Ellery Hanley, a skipper. The 3rd Kiwi at Central Park to receive the trophy, follows in the footsteps of Cess Mountford and Graham West, and an inspirational leader this season as Wigan extend their record-breaking feats. 5th consecutive Wembley, a 22nd Cup final appearance and a record 13 Cup win, the 12th here at Wembley. Truly a great skipper and one of the greatest of all sides. To receive the trophy from the Earl of Derby, the 1992 Silk Cup Challenge Cup.
And after the game, it wasn't so much euphoria, you just felt relief that you'd actually achieved what you set out to achieve.
Gene Miles achieved his lifetime's ambition from Australia.
I was fortunate enough to play with G. Miles for only 1 season. I did actually cry the year that he left after 92, because I think I scored about 35 tries outside G. Miles.
Andy Gregory could almost put a mobile home or a caravan on here. He's very rarely away from the place.
When I got injured against Castleford, I came off at half time. I had a dead leg, and I never thought that that would be my last game for Wigan. But all careers come to an end. People say, I bet you wish you were playing in this era. No, I don't. I played in an era with some great players.
People say we had a telepathic understanding, and often Andy, all I can say, he was just pure genius.
'93, and Wigan were once again well suited for a cup final. The Cherry and Whites had measured up well in the early rounds, destroying neighbours St Helens along the way.
And there's Edwards going away. He's got a fire outside him, but Edwards is through, straight down the middle.
A flashy performance for John Money's final campaign.
Just because you've got a lot of talent to work with doesn't mean to say you're going to be successful. He inherited a champion side, but credit to the man, he's kept the side with a continuity of play and constant recognition of the skills of the game. He has kept that side at a high optimum level, but the credit must go to the man. I do my job to the best of my ability, and I demand that from all the players. I expect them to prepare themselves and be in the best possible condition. I expect them to be able to play under pressure. I expect them to be able to do things on the day that I ask them to do.
Having that winning edge, it's something that you get used to. You get used to winning all the time.
and obviously it doesn't sort of give you any point start in the next week's game, but it's something that's bred into the Wigan club. We're probably more than a team. We're a squad, and John says making a team is one thing, but becoming a team is the ultimate.
We've proved our worth over the years that we are a good side, and I think it's down to teamwork really. Everybody chips in and plays for the team. We have individuals that could turn a game and win a game, but if, as you say, if it comes down to the crunch, then it's the 13 players on the field that really put it in and put it in together, which makes the difference.
If you didn't do your weights in training, if you didn't play to a certain level, everyone else in the team let you know about it, and no one wanted to let anyone else down or themselves down or not be part of such a great side.
A newcomer to that side was youngster Jason Robinson, who was gearing up for his first Wembley final. Widnes were the opposition, but it wouldn't be easy.
They were a very, very well-coached team under Phil Larder at the time. Any team with the Hume brothers in, trust me, are going to be at least competitive. And, they had Curtis Sorrison, etc. And they were a very, very big team as well.
See you at Wembley.
It's Goulding. That's a good kick. Hampson's underneath it. Oh, he's lost it. Well picked up by Myers. It's back to one. Good run by David Myers, former Wigan player. Wigan's turn to defend. Not often we see this in the early stages at Wembley. Sorensen again, looking for a powerful game. Could be his last game in his career. Thinking of retiring. Goulding, good run by Goulding. To Richie Ayres, going to the line. He's over, yes! And Richie Ayres is over for the first try of the afternoon. It was a sharp, short, darting run by Bobby Goulding. And that extra yard of pace from Richie Ayres. The Great Britain second row just took him over there. Botica, Lydon, good ball on the outside there to Hampson. Wigan moving this ball well. This has the idea of a spectacular final, I think. We've got enough backs on this field with pace and class. Botica and Edwards. That's a good one to Dennis Betts down this outside. He's got Robinson inside him. I think he's held up. He is held up. Good decision and good position there by referee Russell Smith. So Wigan still press, trailing 6 points to 0. Joe Lydon. 78 degrees down there, very warm for the players. To Clark, looks for the dummy, scrambles over. Widnes desperate in defence here. Goulding races in, but misses the man, gives the overlap. Botica to Skerritt, going for that line. He's got Spruce to stop him, and Skerritt is in. Kelvin Skerritt is in. It all started when Bobby Goulding raced in. He missed Edwards, the overlap was given, and poor Stuart Spruce really had no chance stopping this 17-stone prop forward. Kelvin Skerritt, and Wigan ripped back straight away. Widnes now surging forward. Faimalo, the Kiwi, has the speed of a centre. This lad. Wigan with the advantage, but still the scores level. 6-8. Kurt Sorensen going for the line. Oh, he scores! He takes everybody by surprise. Kurt Sorensen, to the delight of those Widnes fans. He's dreamed for 22 years of appearing here at Wembley. He told me some days ago that he thought that dream had disappeared, having lost time and time again in semi-finals. And here he is with a try. this ball out to a fire. No way through. Oh, well, Steve Hampson, a missed kick, Ross, but he managed to get hold of it, didn't he?
Well, the idea was to get to the other side of the defensive line, and he managed to do that okay, but it wasn't what he meant to do, I think.
Edwards. That's a good kick. Not going in though, but it keeps John Devereux penned down here, and he lost the ball for the second time, and here's a try! It's Dean Bell! He's going in! Oh, what a mistake! Wigan, the experts at picking up the mistakes. John Devereux just had to bring the ball away. Take the tackle. And Dean Bell says, thank you very much. I'll have the try. Just 8 minutes remaining in this first half. Widnes 12, Wigan 12. Goulding. Significantly putting all the kicks on Hampson along the floor, Ross.
Yes, if he's going to make a mistake, it's going to be picking it up from the ground.
And there was a chance. Steve Hampson shouts to Martin Afayed, and Martin, I think, knows that there was a chance. He was launched on the outside there. Danger time for Widnes. Botica going through himself. Now, is it worth a drop goal from Wigan just to give them a little boost ahead of half-time? No. Kelvin Skerritt. 3 tackles remaining in this sequence. Widnes looking to hold out. Edwards. Offside. Well, there is the hooter, but the kick must be taken, and I'm certain that Frana Botica will take it for goal. Andy Courier adjudged to be offside. And the kick in injury time to put Wigan into the lead or not. Botica. It's there. The 2 points. The flags go high. Mr. Smith blows his whistle. Farah. There is number 12, Faimalo. Good ball from Farah to Betts. Good run by Betts. Now then, has Betts got the pace? No, the ankle tap again. But that's the glimpse of the speed, and there is Kurt Sorensen, the wet towel over his head, cooling down. But Wigan starting off. The pace. Oh, it's a try! Wigan are in. Sam Panaper, the Kiwi combination. Dean Bell and Sam Panaper combine. Panaper's in. What a day for this Kiwi. 12 months ago, his contract was up at Central Park. He was on his way home to Auckland. A sudden change of heart by coach John Mooney, and Sam Panaper was snapped up again for another 12 months. Myers. This is better from Widnes now. To Goulding. Well, it looks as if one or two of these Widnes forwards not quite up on the line there. The heat taking its toll. Darren Wright can't get the ball away. But Widnes moving, and that's a penalty. Now then, is it worth going for goal or putting it to the corners? Davis then, 30 metres out, in front of the post. It's a goal. Simple task for a kicker of Davis's quality. 2 more points, 20 points to 14. Edwards to Bell. Botica gets the high ball to a fire. He's got some space. Oh, can he take Devereux on? Has to kick. Keeps playing. Good ball by Farah. Oh, he gets it now to Farah. Back inside to a fire. This is good rugby. Phil Clark. He's looking for Hampson. Is he going to take himself on? Oh, wonderful tackle.
That was a good tackle.
Wonderful tackle, but the touch judge is on. An off-the-ball incident. It looks to be Richier's. Referee Smith wants everybody away. And he's sent off.
It's always been remembered for me, for Richie Ayres. He was a mate of mine, ironically, at Widnes, and we used to knock about quite a lot together, and I haven't really spoke to him much since that day.
Wigan, the vital 6 points difference. Dean Bell, the skipper, he knows that. He'll hold on to this ball. Oh, a good ball there to Robinson. Cuts inside. He's got support. Oh, and this is unnecessary here. Absolutely silly. No need for these players to rush in here. It was a high tackle initially. A high tackle on Jason Robinson. Once again he was collared. Some bad blood creeping into this final here at the end. And there's the hooter. Sam Banniper and the Wigan crowd throw their hands in the air. And that man, Dean Bell, the skipper, inspiration to his side.
Dean Bell, he was just one of the hard men, you know. He just looked at him and he thought he just looked so normal, but he played at least 2-3 stone above his weight.
An inspiration to his team, this New Zealand loose forward. The man of the match. He couldn't be any happier. And that trophy that cost £60. The 1993 Silk Cup Challenge Cup, presented by the Earl of Derby. A cheque for £36,000 to Wigan and the 25,000 supporters who've travelled from that Lancashire town, delighted as ever.
John, many congratulations. Can you sum this victory up out of all the so many you've had?
I don't know. It's a big occasion, and it's the last game here for me, so you know, I'm happy to go out a winner at Wembley. It's a feeling of relief more than anything else, though.
What a performance from your players this afternoon. They really dug in.
Well, they did. I didn't think it was a great game of rugby league, but a lot of the big games aren't. They're not great spectacles, but it was very tough. We had very good opposition in Widnes.
What can we say about this Wigan club, this dynasty you've created? You just go on winning.
Oh, well, you need a little bit of luck as well, but they're all good pros.
Dean Bell, winner of the Lansdowne Trophy and of the match, congratulations, but that game wasn't over until the hooter went, was it, Dean?
No, that's right. I mean, Widnes came as we thought they would. You know, they're a tough team to beat. I mean, it wasn't a classic game, but, I mean, you know, 6 Wembleys in a row, what can you say?
What was the crucial thing? Was it Sam Banniper's try straight after half-time?
I think so, you know. It was the same at the championship stage. You know, we were struggling against Castleford in the last game of the season. We come out and scored 2 tries straight after half-time and got the result and got the championship. We knew we had to do the same today.
What is it about you? You've never lost in a major final for Wigan, have you?
No, I mean, you know, I just hope it carries on like that.
You're going to be back next year?
Oh, with any luck, we'll be here, yeah.
We're gonna be late. We haven't time for the house all right. Okay, bye.
Wigan's incredible Challenge Cup run continues. Now 35 successive victories, a 7th successive Challenge Cup appearance.
Big game, a big day. As you can see, the lads are under a lot of pressure. If they do happen to lose, they're already building the gallows in the background.
By '94, Gary Connolly had joined the party.
Couldn't stop him, so I joined him. So I'm an half an invincible.
John Edwards at the scrum, Lobotica. Works the dummy. Oh, and he's through. He's got Aitchison inside him. Now then, Lobotica's quick. He's too quick for Castleford, and that's a magnificent try.
Honestly, Martin Fahey was my centre winger. And I think the first the year or something, he scored 45 tries and I ended up scoring 30 myself. I'm thinking, this ain't too bad, this, you know.
But where would fellow new boy Vaiga Twigamala fit in?
I know that when Twigamala came into the team and Jason Robinson was making his way, and everyone kept saying to me, Martin, you know, 3 into 2 doesn't go. And, you know, like chances are, you'll be out the door.
And it's a great honour to be chosen to do the job for Wigan. We're very fortunate that the team has been very patient with me and they've been very warm to me since I've been here.
So we're joined now with one of the junior members of the squad, Jonathan Platt, the son of Andrew. Who do you think's going to win today? This weekend at Wembley, Jonathan? Wigan. And who do you think will score the first try? Andy Platt. And what about man of the match? Who do you think will win man of the match this weekend? Andy Platt. There you have it, a totally unbiased opinion from Jonathan Platt.
It became quite rich, so we stayed at the same hotel that wasn't that good.
109.
109.
This is Martin Dermott. This is your life.
It's superstition that dictates that the routine doesn't change from year to year. Same venue, same games, same chores.
The morning of the game, we used to meet in one of the players' rooms. Gary Mercer, they've got Harvey Howard and Richie Hayes that were there last year. Kevin Iro, they've all been there loads of times. I don't think the experience will count for anything really. It'll just be a big game.
That may be true, but it doesn't hurt to get the newcomers psyched up with some mind games. All part of the routine.
Come on, Inger, it's it. Henry Hanley, Gary Schofield, Alan Tate. All the names have gone.
Joe Lydon, yeah, he was a character.
The 94 game, that was even hotter than the 93. I think it was over 100 degrees Fahrenheit on the pitch that day. And that will forever be remembered for Martin Offiah's unbelievable try.
Dean Bell. Many a time they've killed off a side here at Wembley in the opening 10-15 minutes. Edwards, a kick for Twigamala. Oh, well taken there. Superbly taken by the youngster Francis Cummings. That's beautiful play. Now then, can he go the length of the field? No, good recovery. But what a take there, Steve.
That was a great take for a young lad. Francis Cummings is the youngest player ever at Wembley. Under pressure, he done very good.
And that will really have put confidence into the Yorkshireman. Alan Tate, as Leeds move it from left to right with the Schofield. Holroyd, that's a good long ball to Iro. What a slip from Iro. Dermott, he's got Mather with him, but good cover tackling again from the youngster, Graham Holroyd. End to end in these opening minutes. 5 metres from this Wigan line. Holroyd to Schofield. Puts that long pass out there to Richie Ayres. He's got Cummings on the outside. Well held. Well held by Twigamala. Still the Leeds pressure. Hanley. Holroyd. Little chip kick. Connolly to the rescue. Good full back play, Gary Connolly. He came here as a 17 years old Alex Murphy. Took a gamble with him. Much more mature player now. Gary Connolly. And Martin Offiah trying to make some space. Now then, Martin Offiah. He's got Alan Tate to beat on the outside. I'm sure he's going to go the full length. That is one sensational try. That must rank amongst the finest ever seen on this ground. Wigan were under pressure. Wigan almost had points against them. And this man, Martin Offiah, the world's most lethal try scorer, the whole length of the field, and they are in the lead. A month ago, people were saying he was out of form. Well, there's his answer. Wonderful effort. Skerrett. These big forwards will be wanting to pace themselves in this heat. 80 minutes is a long time to go. No doubt we'll see the substitutions coming on. Edwards, Botica finds Dean Bell, looks for Connolly. Connolly, oh, typical move. Seen it done many times. Gary Connolly coming down the outside. Back to Edwards. Again, another testing kick for Alan Tate. Has to come forward for this. He's missed it. Oh, and it's picked up by Farrell. And he's in. And Andy Farrell, lurking, loitering with intent, I suppose, picks up the kick. It's 8-0 to Wigan. Clark. Phil Clark driving in. He's a fit lad. He and his brother run a fitness centre in St Helens, so he'll have no trouble with the heat. And a penalty to Wigan. A kicker who is uncannily accurate. Franobotica. There's an example of the accuracy straight between the posts. 2 more points from the Kiwi, keeps the Wigan fans happy. This is a good start by Leeds. They need some points. Wigan's turn to backpedal now here in defence. Lowe's. Wigan's defence very tight around the play of the ball. The 2 markers there moving either side, but already the touch judge, Mr. Blunden, spotted something there. And it looked to me like number 12, Farrell, interfering again. Left-footed kicker. And Leeds get the points they need. The confidence boost from the younger Holroyd. It's tough out there now. Schofield. Not to the player intended, I think, but Alan Tate makes good work out of it. Alan Tate looks for his wingman, can't find him. Good tackle by Tuingamala, covered by Edwards, but it's Leeds now. Going forward, Craig Innes driving in. And the 5th tackle. The high one from Schofield. Oh, it's hovering just in front of that line. It's a good one. Picked up by Leeds again. Knowles, can he get it out to Fallon? It's Fallon going for that corner, and Fallon is there. Oh, that's the try that Leeds wanted. Jim Fallon, the former Bath hero, suddenly sets this stadium alight. And have we got a game on our hands now? The fight back now on by Leeds. Schofield. The kick, putting pressure on Gary Schofield, on Gary Connolly, but he does well, he masters it. Taking a knock. Oh, and there's blood coming there. He'll have to go to the blood bin, I think. Possibly caught a stud. But the Leeds fans now roaring at every tackle being made by Leeds.
There's Connolly. It's great play to get out of his in-goal area here because he was under pressure. I think maybe Mercer might have just caught him on his thigh there.
And Jim Fallon picks that ball up again. He gets it inside to Schofield, and Schofield's going for the corner. And Gary Schofield, he's in at the corner. It was Jim Fallon who picked it up. And Leeds are really back now. I don't think their fans can hardly believe it. What a cup final this is. Michael Parkinson, well, a nail biter for him. Mick Cassidy has developed well this season, this youngster. Oh, and no need for that from Harvey Howard. Rather silly, and it's a penalty chance to Botica, and that could be vital as far as the destiny of the Silk Cut Challenge Cup. The ball teed on the mound of sand, 31 metres out. Perfectly struck by the master marksman. Botica, he'll gratefully accept those points every day of the week. 14-10 for Wigan. Harvey Howard. Leeds driving in. Ellery Hanley bounces off a couple of tackles. Oh, but he loses the ball. That's a bad loss. Picked up by Botica, and I think Gary Mercer was a little frustrated there at losing that ball via Hanley. Mick Cassidy. Good run by Cassidy. He's got a fire outside him. Now then, surely no one will catch a fire. Not even Jim Fallon. He races in. Try number 2 for Martin of Fire. Half the length of the field. This superb athlete, but all credit to the man who put him away. Mick Cassidy, the sweetest of passes from the forward. 32 tries this season. Chariots of Fire. Schofield. Again, tackle by Cassidy around the ankles. Copybook stuff. Iro. Innes. Twiggamala plays on. Schofield's across there. It's still picked up by Tate, but he loses it. And Twiggamala, his strength, his power. Oh, he almost gets there. Good play there by the ex-All Black. Desperate defence here now by Leeds. Suddenly, a mistake puts them under the pressure. Wigan on the attack. Betts. He's got Edwards outside him. Chooses to get it to. It's out to Panapa. Sam Panapa. He's going himself. The substitute Sam Panapa. He's delighted with that try. He's had a superb season as Sam Panapa. Very often he's the fall guy in this Wigan side, often the substitute, but never fails to deliver the goods. Edwards, Skerrett, out wide, Andy Platt, Gary Connolly. Oh, he finds Botica, he's just held up. Last-ditch tackle there from the Leeds defence. Let's give credit to Leeds, they're still battling away here. No way are they surrendering. Phil Clark, a dummy drop. A fire, they're not gone. Now then, Francis Cummings, the 17-year-old. Will he have something to remember? His first Wembley win. He's been trapped by Dean Bell, but he makes it. Oh, a wonderful try from the youngster. We've had everything this afternoon.
Under Doug Lawton, they'd invested heavily. They bought Ellery, they bought many, Craig Innes, Kevin Arrow, Alan Tate. There was a lot of really big-name players in the Leeds team.
And Ellery Hanley, he's tasted good days here, the glory, now the runner-up.
It was good for us to go and win that game without Ellery and without Kevin Arrow, so it proved that the new set of lads coming through was just as good as they was.
A unique sporting achievement. The double once again in 93-94. And there it is, the trophy that cost £60 in 1897. Once again going back to the trophy cabinet at Central Park. Dean Bell, Wigan the winners, Silk Cup Challenge Cup 1994. And the question is, who can ever take it from them? Sean Edwards, a record 8 wins at Wembley. Martin Dermott. Andy Farrell, still a teenager, and his second winner's medal. Gary Connolly, excellent game at fullback. Mick Cassidy, the substitute, a debut man at Wembley. Kelvin Skerrett, Phil Clark, the Great Britain loose forward. Fran Botica, used to putting the goals over. Dennis Betts. And Sam Panapa snatched that try, and just 4 months in the game of rugby league by Inga Twiggamala. Andy Platt, possibly his last appearance for Wigan here at Wembley. And Martin of Fire, the 2-try hero once again. Another debutant for Wigan. 6'7", Barry John Mather.
I've had a number of great achievements in my career, but I do believe when I'm long gone, I'm going to be remembered for that try in '94. It's out there in the national sporting psyche. There's a bar named, not after me, at the new Wembley Stadium. It's named after that try. It's called the 1994 bar in the current Wembley Stadium. And when my friends go to take that an Oasis concert at Wembley, they say, oh, so you are actually a good rugby player, Martin, because a lot of people who know me down in London know I used to play rugby, but they probably don't know to what extent I played.
'95 saw fans' favourite Graham West appointed as the new coach, replacing John Dorahay, who lasted just one season. But the cup run that year would prove to be the toughest of them all.
Bobby Goulding looking to go down that blind side. The switch inside to Pickavant. Pickavant's driving for the line. Oh, Pickavant is over. Just 5 metres short here now. Martin Hall back to Edwards again. Falobotica inside to Trigamala. It's Trigamala with some space, and Trigamala goes in at the corner.
After needing a replay to overcome a spirited St Helens side, Wigan were hit by a Widnes thunderbolt in the 6th round.
Hammond's there, and it's a try. Macon going for the line, and Craig Macon is in.
Played a couple of replays, we had a couple of real close calls, but we always seemed to have enough in us. Maybe it was the driver that actually getting back there to Wembley that was that driver.
It is Gary Connolly. He's looking for support. He finds it there with Sean Edwards. There is Martin on fire, and that's what Wigan can do.
We had enough quality players out there for somebody to pull something out of the hat if we needed it. And that's what's always happened with Wigan. If you've got 10 people who can do that in your side, you're always going to have a chance of winning the game, no matter how far down you are.
Back to Connolly. Connolly, powerful at the corner, gets into a fire. Back inside. Oh, and Martin Hall in support on the 5th tackle now. Still no drop goal as Edwards moves out to the left. Switch inside to Clark. Betts is going for the line. And could that be the try that finally breaks the Widnes resolve?
And after reaching the semi-final stage, there would be no trip-ups from Wigan as Inga hit top form.
But the referee allowing Trigamala to continue and pick up the try under the post.
Sometimes you underestimate the skill level of these big men. Just because they're big, you think, you know, they're just crash bang wallop sort of players. But Inga Trigamala actually had magical hands and great nimble footwork.
He dummies and he goes over at the corner. Wonderful piece of play by the giant Samoan centre. A wonderful occasion when you tread on that famous turf, when you hear that roar that greets you when you come out of that tunnel. For many players, this long walk can be unnerving. For others, it can be settling. The Leeds fans and Wigan fans waited since the 2 semi-final wins over Oldham and Featherstone for the day. Leeds using that shot down the side there. Craig Innes, good run. A good cover tackle there by Gary Connolly. Mercer, a slab from the Bay of Plenty in New Zealand, and lying on at the play the ball. Referee Russell Smith wants a quick play the ball. Graham Holroyd looking to give Leeds the lead. It's a good strike. It's 2 points for the Yorkshiremen. Good dummy. Alan Tate. Oh, and Richie Ayres driving from deep. He's going for the line himself. He won't have the pace. But this is a tremendous start by Leeds. Lowe's can't get the ball away, and that'll be a handover. And Wigan player down injured. It looks like Mick Cassidy.
Here we see Richie Ayres coming on a powerful run, and poor old Mick Cassidy just caught his knee there, and we hope he's okay off that one.
Andy Farrell, the substitute, I'm sure he was itching to get on the field, but not in these circumstances. a good ball to a fire. Almost through Kevin Iro there, but not Jim Fallon. Barrow. Well held. Desperate defence here from Leeds. John Edwards. Good lateral kick. Oh, the chase is on. Oh, Jason Robinson just missed it. Good anticipation here by the Wigan youngster. It just bounced out of his grasp and 4 points went begging. It's nice to see Mick Cassidy back on that bench there, even though he's had to have some oxygen in the tunnel. Both teams with a win over each other in the championship. Wigan 38 points to 6. Oh, and Robinson going for the corner. Magnificent try. He made something out of nothing there. All week there have been doubts over this Wigan win. He broke a ball in his left foot. He broke a ball in his hand. He took the plaster off a little early. He was determined to be here at Wembley, and how grateful the Wigan coach Graham West must be. Picked up by Henry Paul, making his debut here for Wigan at Wembley. Played here once as a junior Kiwi in a curtain raiser. Calvin Skerritt running in determined mood. And Wigan coming more and more now into the Leeds territory. Andy Farrell.
It was interesting, Ray, that Leeds had all the ball in the first 10 minutes, but it's been all Wigan with the ball for the last 15 or so.
The short pass trying to launch Twingamala, and it takes 4 men. One of the beauties of using Twingamala is that it absorbs these tacklers, and then Wigan move it back. Dennis Betts skipping off that left foot. Betts going for the line. Schofield's holding him up. Can they do it? Yes, they do. Powerful run there by Dennis Betts. But it's Wigan looking for 4 more. Sean Edwards. They've got an overlap on this side. Bulgar hesitating. Picked up by Henry Paul. And he's in. The spin. The pirouette. And it's the youngsters who are causing the damage. I said at the beginning that this young Kiwi might upstage 1 or 2 of the stars. And Wigan go further ahead.
Wigan's Mick Cassidy. Mick, we were a bit worried about you earlier on. Are you okay now?
Yeah, I feel alright now. I just think I took a bit of a knee on the back of the head, and for a couple of minutes I think I was out of it.
But very disappointed to be out of the game.
Yeah, very disappointed. I wanted a big game today. It's the first time I've started the game at Wembley. So obviously I was out there to impress, but never mind, the lads are winning. Hope we can stick at it.
Wigan on the attack. Oh, Martin of fire. Just can't take the pass. A great effort from the flying wingman. And Wigan, we talked about absorbing pressure. Here they are coming back. Oh, and Jason Robinson! A magnificent run! Completely splits the Leeds defence. Wonderful try. He's something to prove as Jason Robinson. He's been the subject of the battle between the Australian Rugby League and the Super League. He's been valued at £1 million over the next few years. And isn't he just highlighting that valuation? Dennis Betts. Mr. Smith getting the lead side well back, a good 10 metres. Andy Farrell again. Oh, this youngster, 19 years of age, crashing forward. Just held from that line. Good play there by the Leeds fullback, Alan Tay. But the pressure still on. Martin Hall with the dummy. Martin Hall, clever around the ropes. Fooled the Leeds defence. the season, and that's a high number for a hooker. The Wigan crowd breaking out into good singing mood as Edwards looks again to find the gap. Back to Hall. What a good game the hook has had. Botica tied up by the Leeds defence. Hall again. Edwards. Cowie. Good run. Wigan using these forwards in tandem together at the rucks. Now the long passing to Twigamala. Twigamala having to go himself. He's got the power and he gets in for a try. You can't let a man like Twigamala with a little space. He's got such power, 16 stone. Schofield bringing Kevin Iro inside. And Leeds desperately throwing this ball around. They do need a consolation try, just to buck the spirits up as they make a challenge for the Premiership playoffs. Just 2 minutes remaining now. Leeds on the attack. That will probably be another. Very, very silly from Botica. I think James Lowes and Sean Edwards have settled matters amongst themselves. No need for the Kiwi to come in. And no need for this at this stage in the game. And a penalty. Rightly awarded to Leeds. Harmon, good run. James Lawes is going for it! And he gets the try! But I think he and Leeds richly deserve. Sean Edwards to Robinson. And still it looks as if that elusive first hat-trick at Wembley is not going to be performed in '95. A fire twice, he's had 2 tries against Castleford and against Leeds last year. Oh, and Phil Clark, he's going down the corner, can he get the ball inside? Edwards is there, a good kick from Edwards, picked up by a fire. Dennis Betts just couldn't take the pass. And he thinks what might have been. But Leeds, Jim Fallon coming away. Back inside to Gary Schofield. The knock-on, but it doesn't matter. The 1995 Silk Cup Challenge Cup again has gone to the cup holders.
Jason Robinson, the Lance Todd Trophy Man of the Match. That was better than last year when you were watching, wasn't it?
Well, to be honest, I just can't believe it. Earlier in the week, I didn't think I was going to be playing. But, you know, I got together with Inga, we've been praying all week and it's paid off.
Sean Edwards, you said you wanted a big performance, it was there.
Yeah, the defence, I mean, Leeds threw everything at us, but so our scrambling cover defence was like probably the best it's been all season.
Can you make any comparisons to the Wigan Wembley performances? Today's was as good as any.
Well, on defence, it was on attack maybe we could have held the ball a little bit longer, but, you know, we've done the business against a really good team.
Dennis Betts, magnificent performance yet again.
It just gets better and better, doesn't it? I think this is just a place that Wigan just turn it on. I don't think in all the times I've played here we was more dominant than today. We took all that they had to throw at us and we just bounced back, and what a great side.
Delight, joy as the cup goes back to Wigan. His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh presents the trophy, the 1995 Silk Cup Challenge Cup winners, Wigan again.
Technically, I thought that was just an excellent performance. To beat a team as good as Leeds at the time. Individual brilliance of Jason Robinson, 2 tries, and Inga Twigamala, etc. But we played as a team. You know, people like Phil Clark and Dennis Betts were doing the grunt, and Andy Farrell, etc. was excellent in the game. And to be part of that team, which will, let's be honest, it went beyond its sport in the fact that, you know, there's still people recognise me in London, really, and it's not for my rugby union coaching, really, it's the fact that I played for Wigan.
The 1995 triumph was Wigan's 8th in a row, an unprecedented record that will forever go down in rugby league folklore. The unbeaten run stretched to 43 matches before being finally ended at Salford the following year. But for those who played in that era, they will always be regarded as true legends.